Jason, would you mind explaining what you're doing? Why have you been hanging around in your father's study all day?
Huh? What do you mean, hanging around?
Just because your father's away on vacation with his friend doesn't mean you get free reign over his personal space.
Of course not. That's why I got his permission first. I've been having some trouble with one of the neighbors on my floor in my apartment block. The noise is so bad I can't focus on my work. And that's why Dad's letting me use his study to do my work just for today. Anyway, I told you all this when I got here this morning. Did you forget already?
You did not tell me anything of the sort. I'm sorry, son, but we can't have you loitering around the house. It's inconvenient, and you'll get in my way.
Huh? How does this affect you, Mom? It's not like you use Dad's study for anything yourself. You literally won't even know I'm here. I bought my own lunch, and the only other room I use is the bathroom.
Your presence itself is an inconvenience.
But why? That makes no sense.
I know what's going on here. You wanted to know what it was like to live in a high-end luxury apartment, but working hard and saving up the money to buy your own would be too difficult. So you're freeloading off of your father's efforts. Did I hit the bullseye? I can read you like a book.
Whoa, what? Well, I can assure you that's not why I'm here. Anyway, the bottom line is that I have Dad's permission to use his study for today. The net cafe nearby was fully booked, and I really wanted to use Dad's materials since his office is really well kitted out with stationery and machinery. Most importantly, you seem to be forgetting the fact that this study was originally set up on the premise that me and Dad would be sharing it. So I'm not doing anything wrong. Just leave me alone to do my work here until this evening, would ya? I'll be going home after that.
Good grief. This is why everyone hates people who work from home. Why has society suddenly become so accepting of people working without even going to work? It makes no sense. Back in my day, we went into the office and we liked it. The world's gone mad. No one stops to spare a thought for those who get left to pick up the extra housework burden.
Like I said, I brought my own food so I won't be eating anything that belongs to you. Me being here literally won't affect you at all. Well, I tell you what, how about I clean the toilet before I leave? Gesture of goodwill.
I will not be bribed. I'm so disappointed in you, Jason. Why can't you be more like your sister? She goes out to work every day to her job in the sales department at a major global company, never once bothering me or getting in my way with this work from home nonsense. You two couldn't be more different.
I'm going back to work. I won't be replying anymore.
Jason, I've been doing some serious thinking, and I decided we don't need you anymore.
Excuse me?
First, regarding this apartment, which me, your father, and your wonderful sister Kelsey have been living in for the last 6 months. I know the official narrative is that you gave it to us as a present to celebrate your dad's retirement. But please, I want you to be honest with me on this. The truth is, your father bought this apartment with his pension, right?
What the hell? How'd you reach that conclusion?
Well, let's face it, an underachiever like you simply can't be capable of being successful enough in life to afford an apartment this nice. I assumed what happened is that your father felt sorry for you, so he kindly allowed you to take credit for buying the place. Now, you're using your web of lies as an excuse to boss me around and have free reign over our house. What you're doing is as obvious could be, and I can see right through you.
Do you really believe that?
If anyone's capable of it, it's you, Jason.
What's that supposed to mean? Is this actually what you think of me?
You constantly go out on dates despite not having a girlfriend.
But I do have a girlfriend.
Then, you pretend you started a company despite the fact you're the last person who'd ever have the intellect or balls to do something that bold.
No, you're seriously dead wrong. The reason I was able to afford this apartment in the first place is because my company is doing so well.
Then, there's what you did with your sister Kelsey. You lied about introducing one of your friends to her for a date.
But I actually did that. Me and him go way back. He was one of my juniors in college.
Well, if you did, why has she not still introduced them to me?
Surely she's not just serious enough about him to introduce him to you and Dad yet?
No way. Impossible. I simply refuse to accept that my precious Kelsey wouldn't introduce her boyfriend to me, her own mother. Which means I can only conclude that you're an arrogant show-off and a compulsive liar. I feel ashamed to call you my son. I never raised you to be like this.
Actually, I think your baseless assumptions and prejudice are the problem here. I haven't lied about anything.
Oh, look, there he goes again. More lies. There's no place for arrogant lying show-offs in this family. We'd be better off without you. I'm kicking you out. Never show your face at this house again.
What the hell are you talking about, Mom? It was me who bought that apartment in the first place. Why would you ban me from coming?
There he goes, trying to show off with his absurd lies again. Tell me, boy, are you capable of going 5 minutes without pretending you're more successful than you are? To think you're still persisting in your dishonesty, despite being in the midst of me taking you to task on it.
No, you're just assuming I'm a liar based on absolutely nothing.
Quit answering me back, boy. The bottom line is, I'm kicking you out of the family. As of right now, you are officially banned from entering this apartment. You're to leave the spare key we gave you in the mailbox. If you ever try to set foot in here again, there'll be hell to pay. Mark my words.
God damn it. I can't believe this. Fine. You'll need a loan of $3,000 a month.
Huh? $3,000?
It's a luxury high-end apartment in the city center with a view overlooking the river, Mom. Surely you're not surprised it's expensive.
You make a strong case. Okay, that's no problem at all. If someone like you, with no redeeming qualities whatsoever, and a financial situation worse than most homeless people, were able to get a loan for that much, then it'll be a walk in the park for me.
Sure, let's go with that. Well, I know you won't listen to a word I say, so I'm going to let you believe what you want to for now. And sure thing, Mom. You'll have no issue getting a $3,000 per month loan. Bye. Hey, Kelsey. You home already?
What's up, big bro? I was just doom scrolling Insta in my bedroom. What's up?
Working tomorrow?
Yep, it's a weekday, so I'll be working just like always.
In that case, I need you to do me a little favor. Please could you take the silver USB stick in the top drawer of the desk in Dad's study with you when you leave the house tomorrow?
Huh? Why? Does it have something to do with your company? I'd feel kind of uncomfortable walking around with something with that much sensitive information on it.
No, you don't have to worry about that. It's just a bunch of personal photos from my digital camera. I was looking through the stuff on it during my break yesterday. I just realized I carelessly left it there by mistake.
Oh, I see.
I only need you to take it out of the study. I'll come and meet you outside the house.
Huh? If you're gonna come, why not just come in and get it yourself?
I see. I guess Mom still hasn't told you then?
Huh? Told me what? No way. Is she up to her old crazy shenanigans again? What did she do this time?
Well, apparently, I've been kicked out of the family.
Excuse me?
According to Mom, I lied about being the one who bought that apartment, and it was actually paid for with Dad's pension. There's no place for arrogant lying show-offs in this family. I'm kicking you out. That's the basic gist of the messages she sent me earlier today.
Holy hell! What the hell is she doing? There are misunderstandings, and then there are misunderstandings. She really has no idea how wrong she is, huh? Did you tell Dad about this?
Yep, he knows. He said he's gonna try talking to her when he gets back from his vacation tomorrow.
I see. Still, what a pain in the butt. You did partly buy this apartment as a celebration present for Dad's retirement, but I know you were planning on making it the base of operations for your company, too.
Right, I was still only in the preparation phase, but that was the plan. I was gonna kick things into gear in earnest when Dad got back from his vacation. Actually, when I messaged him, he said he had an idea.
An idea? Could he mean what I think he means? If he does, I honestly think that's the way to go. It sucks that Mom forced his hand like this, but I guess it can't be helped.
Damn. Would you look at the time? Look, I have a web meeting with the CEO of a Swedish donut company real soon, so gotta dash, sis.
Time zone strike again. Good luck, Jason.
No kidding. Thanks. Oh, as for the USB stick, could you meet me outside the house with it at around 7:15 a.m.?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks a bunch, sis. Look, you're the best. Sorry for the trouble. I'm counting on you.
Don't sweat it. I'm happy I can help out. Good luck with your meeting.
Thanks.
Jason, Dad came home. He said he already spoke to you.
Yep, he came straight to my apartment after he got back from his vacation.
Right. He told me about what you talked about. I gotta say, this doesn't look good for Mom, what with her being a stay-at-home housewife and all. I'm not sure she's in a very good situation to cope with what's about to hit her.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that. It can't be helped, though. She only has herself to blame. Like, Dad hit breaking point months ago, and there's only so much one human being can take. Something had to give.
Jason, where the hell did you go?
Why are you messaging me after all this time? I seem to recall you kicking me out of the family.
Forget that. I went to your apartment and the neighbor told me you moved out last month. I need you to explain to me what's going on right this instant. Go on, I'm listening.
Explain myself? What is there to explain? I wanted to move, so I moved. That's it.
Well, tell me your new address then. I've decided we're going to live together.
No, it's fine. Really. I'm totally okay as I am right now.
Oh, don't be silly, son. Surely it would be better to have a woman around to do the housework.
You forgetting I've been living on my own for the last 10 years. I'm perfectly capable of doing housework by myself. Practically an expert by this point.
But...
Dad divorced you, didn't he?
Well...
And with that, he gave you your marching orders. You're to get your things together and be out of that apartment by the end of the week. Am I right? You tried begging Kelsey, your precious daughter and favorite child, to save your ass and pay for you to exist. But when you did, she dropped the bombshell that she's quitting her job at the end of the month to move in with her boyfriend, or to be precise, her now fiancé, after he proposed to her and invited her to live with him as a stay-at-home housewife. She left a few days ago, right? Without giving you so much as a hint about where he lives.
Wait, what? How do you know all of this?
Isn't it obvious? Dad and Kelsey told me everything.
What? So you've all been conspiring against me behind my back?
Sure, you're free to go with that interpretation if you like. In any case, the fact of the matter is that you have no allies in this family.
But why not?
Do you really need me to spell it out for you? Anyone with basic reasoning skills could figure this out. But then I guess reason never was your strong point. Well, I brought you guys that mansion, partly to celebrate Dad reaching retirement. Kind of like a thank you for all his hard work and everything he did for me and Kelsey over the years. But I also planned on making it the base of operations for my company. Me and Dad spoke at length about it, and eventually we decided he would help me keep things running after his retirement. That way, he wouldn't end up getting bored with nothing to do, and my load on the management end of things would be lightened. Basically, it was to function partly as you guys' home, and partly as my corporate office. Until you stuck your nose in, that is. You did nothing but incessantly complain at me whenever I showed up at the house. You're insistent that I lied about buying the apartment and that it was in fact paid for with Dad's pension, based on nothing but your own assumptions and prejudice.
What was I supposed to think? You're the last person to have the courage and grit required to start a company.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I'm pleased you think so highly of me. If you must know, I actually set up my company back when I was in college.
What?
Oh yeah. And who could forget what you did to Kelsey? You decided nothing but work a major global company was suitable for her. Only the best for my daughter was your catchphrase at the time, right? Which meant that when she got an official letter from an architectural design company after acing the lengthy interview process with flying colors, you, not being satisfied, took it upon yourself to call the company and cancel the offer behind her back, despite the fact she was really excited about working for them. After crushing her dreams, you made her start looking for work again, but this time, only allowed her to apply for major global companies that you approved of.
Well, what's wrong with that? I only did that because I wanted her to find a well-paying job. Is there any mother who wouldn't do whatever it takes to secure their favorite child's happiness?
Ooh, was that a Freudian slip? Are you finally being honest about Kelsey being your favorite now? Oh well, anyway, after you went behind her back to have the offer from her dream company withdrawn, did you know she stayed up all night crying?
What? But I did that for her. Surely she sees that now.
No, you did for your own self-satisfaction, because you like the idea of having a daughter who worked for a prestigious company. You are the most selfish person I've ever met. Is there anyone who'd be happy in Kelsey's situation after what you did to her? You completely ignored her wishes at every turn.
Selfish. Self-satisfaction.
Then there was Dad. He was so broken up after seeing what you did to his daughter, not to mention all the other crap you subjected him to that I won't go into detail about here, that you left him feeling he had no choice but to divorce you.
What the hell are you talking about, Jason? Seriously. None of this makes sense. How could anyone ever want to divorce me?
The real question is, why didn't he divorce you earlier? My dad has the patience of a saint to have tolerated you for as long as he did.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. What did I do to deserve any of this? And more importantly, where am I supposed to go now? I'll be homeless.
Didn't Dad arrange transport for you to go live with your mom and dad in Arkansas?
I can't go back there. They're rednecks who live in the middle of nowhere. The only reason I married your dad in the first place was because he had a nice stable salary, which meant I could move in with him as a stay-at-home housewife to escape working on my parents' farm. I can't go back there. I'm serious. Me and your grandparents don't even get along.
That's not my problem, Mom. If you're so desperate to avoid living with them, I suggest you find a job and earn enough money to rent out a place on your own.
No, I don't want to do that. And just like I said, I've already decided to live with you.
Allow me to politely refuse your offer.
Why?
Because you kicked me out of the family.
Well, maybe I did, but it was only ever supposed to be temporary. Can't we just let bygones be bygones and put all that behind us, dear?
Sorry, but my work is piling up like crazy and I have tons to do, so I'll be heading off now. Goodbye forever.
What? Forever? No, wait. Son? Hurry up and give me your new address.
My dad was forced to hand over some of his pension and half of his assets during the divorce. Which genius invented alimony again? Well, anyway, that meant that my mom should have enough money to keep herself afloat without becoming completely homeless, at least for a little while. But 3 months after the divorce, Mom started showing up outside my dad's apartment, come corporate office, loitering suspiciously in the alleyway by the apartment block with what looked like a bottle of vodka in her hand. At first, it was sporadic, but eventually she started showing up 4 or 5 times a week. One day, after I ran into her, while carelessly going out in a grocery shopping attempt while she was there, she burst into tears and collapsed in a crumpled mess at my feet, explaining, in between sobs, that she didn't end up going to live with her parents in Arkansas and had in fact been living in a cheap hotel the whole time. Her sob story continued, and in a desperate attempt to win my sympathy, she went on to explain that her bank balance was already in double figures and that if someone didn't help her very soon, she would officially be homeless. I knew I couldn't let her carry on showing up outside the apartment like that, so I decided to call my estranged grandparents. I explained the situation, and after they agreed once more to put her up at their place, I told them our address. A few days later, they showed up in their pickup truck. After a slight struggle to get her inside, she was safely captured and taken to start a new life out in the country. My grandparents messaged me with occasional updates on her progress. Apparently, she currently spends her days crying between stints of helping out on the farm while questioning her life decisions and wondering where it all went wrong.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.